Let me paint you a picture. The year is 2011. Maybe it's summer break, winter break, or Thanksgiving. You visit some family members, or maybe just go over to a friend's house for a sleepover. Call of Duty Black Ops is the game of choice, pre-picked for you. But instead of loading up what you thought was the entire game and the multiplayer and the story mode, they go to something different, something darker and scarier than the fun, fast-paced action of multiplayer. Zombies. Loading up a cold, terrifying map with characters that sound oddly familiar for some reason.
I think the storm blew out the power. Best get to fixing.
As a small child, I couldn't figure it out. Watching my friend avoid the scariest dude ever. Magically opening doors with points. For some strange reason, shooting the zombies a specific amount of times and then knifing them? What the hell is the point of this game? The mystery box? I don't know what a ray gun is, man. What is a wonder weapon? Why is there a number in the corner? All of these things just completely alien to me. Then my friend died and handed the controller to me. Now it was my turn. That was my first experience with zombies, and I'm sure your guys' experience was somewhat similar. Whether it was World at War, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, or, God forbid, we won't judge you, Cold War. Zombies stuck out immediately, even without the knowledge of the insane Easter eggs or Marvel Cinematic Movie-ass lore. You could tell immediately that this game was special. This game was built different. The challenge of it, the music, the mystery, and especially, as a kid, the horror. I mean, this game scared the shit out of me. Hearing the zombies scream out when you can't see them, hearing that scary-ass voice scream, "Fetch me their souls!" And all of a sudden you're being swarmed by flaming dog. I remember being so scared after watching my friend's dad play Shinonuma, I didn't want to try it anymore. Like, I literally didn't want to play. This shit was serious to me, and honestly, the horror as an adult isn't lost on me. That fucking laugh and the screams of the zombies will still send a chill down my spine if the volume is up. To the dark hallways of 5 and the naked little Michael Jackson things on Kino. This game still has some good horror to it, and honestly, the atmosphere on almost all the maps is pretty damn good. You can go to the worst map in Call of Duty Zombies, and there's still something cool about it. Either the setting, or the map, or the Easter egg, but we'll get to that later. Right now, we're talking about the heart and the soul of the game, the gameplay. The first thing every single one of us fell in love with before our knowledge of everything else. Most of us got hooked on that simple gameplay loop. Survive until you can't, and then do it again. Man, me and my friends would spend hours just running what I thought at the time was high rounds, when in reality we were getting to like round 35. Whether it was split screen or, if you were a little broke at the time, handing the controller off, the gameplay loop of getting random weapons, hoping the box spits up something good, or just making do with whatever dog shit you get. The strategy of opening up specific doors first, learning how to point farm correctly, or even just learning to get jug or quick revive first. And of course, learning that shooting the middle latch on the mystery box gave you a free ray gun. Slowly but surely, you learned how to play the game, getting better and better with smarter strategies, learning how to get pack-a-punch, learning how to maneuver the zombies' goofy-ass AI in a way that you can almost control them. The tension of barely making it out of a corner or dying with a ray gun, knowing that your friend only has a few seconds to get you, or all of your luck is just gone. The Paralyzer, Big Lenny from Buried, the Purple Nut Gun, the teleporters on Kino and the traps on Shino. Numa. The little monkeys on Ascension or Shank. So many different factors and reasons to play one map over the other. Every map had a different mood and feel to it, helped by a custom HUD for a lot of the maps. All the different characters like the CIA dudes in the hazmat suits, fucking JFK and Nixon, the weird nerdy guy and the big booba lady. Without all the Easter eggs, you still played and had a blast, and I feel like that's lost on a lot of us now. We look for a shit ton of side Easter eggs and a giant quest to go on, and if it's not perfect or grand enough, people really complain, when the original thing we fell in love with couldn't have been any more simple. There are legitimate complaints for zombie maps now, but man, the maps were as simple as can be, and now we get some of the craziest, most detailed maps or just crazy boss fights, and people still just hate. The new CODs are not perfect, God, trust me, I know, but I honestly think you can have a good time on almost any zombie map if you go into it with a less strict point of view. Enjoy the environment, experiment, don't just use the meta. Don't just train in the same corner a billion times to get to high rounds. Just because it's effective doesn't mean it's fun. Personally, my biggest complaint about the new zombies is that it's like Facility Simulator, but we'll get to new zombies later in the video, because I got some thoughts. Going through the huge amount of zombies maps on different games for this video with just a different point of view has been pretty great. Not being so strict and just trying to enjoy the maps for what they are, mixed with an obvious amount of nostalgia. But Black Ops isn't the only zombies. There's been a lot of other zombies since World at War. We've had Alien Mode, Exo Zombies, and World War II Zombies that was basically a fucking war game. All the Black Ops games, Infinite Warfare, which had so much sauce, man. And the newer stuff, which I'm not a fan of at all. Outbreak, Modern Warfare Zombies. I'm not even going to talk about them. I'll be honest, these 3 zombie games don't even exist in my brain. Now, while all these modes aren't as good as Treyarch Zombies, going back to these ones are crazy and also kinda sad. It feels like we'll never get this kind of risk and creativity in zombies again, and some of it is warranted, but man, I don't know, there's something so soulful about these modes. You can tell they actually wanted to do something different, unlike what we get now, which is just so copy and pasted. It's also weird because it doesn't feel that long ago. Like, I can remember people complaining about zombies when these games were out. Going back to it now, it's like, bro, we really should have appreciated it. World War II also was so different. They genuinely tried to make a horror game out of this bitch. Some of these designs are insane. I didn't like World War II Zombies too much, but it was fun. It's definitely cool to go back and visit. Same with the Alien Mode Extinction from Ghost. Do not like this mode, but it was the start of Infinity Ward trying their hand at zombies. My personal low-key favorite, non-Treyarch zombies, IW Zombies. I think they put an insane amount of detail into these maps. Like, god damn, dude. I just love the vibe of most of these maps. I love the movie theme and the dumbass director dude Willard Wyler. Every map felt so distinct. Anyway, at some point, a friend or maybe a content creator pointed out to you that there's other stuff in the game besides just surviving. Easter eggs. Basically the main quest of the map, but hidden. No tutorials, no hand-holding. Shit, if you didn't have internet and you didn't pay enough attention, you'd never really know they were there. Like me. See, I didn't know Easter egg quests existed until I played Origins with my good friend Andrew.
And we're going to do Advanced Warfare Exo Zombies with my friend Andrew. He's top, I'm bottom.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Hello everybody, this is Nick262 and today we're doing Advanced Warfare.
When he showed me the staffs, I remember thinking he was like the smartest person ever for finding this shit out, not knowing he obviously just looked it up online. I wondered how anybody ever figured this out. I mean, some of these steps are just ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense. How do you figure out the codes? Like, what? We got 4 staffs and now we can upgrade them, and there's an ending to the map, a way to actually win? You're telling me there's an actual cohesive kind of story? Really? Before getting disconnected from our split screen game because of our mountain town internet. And as I watched Andrew break his TV, I legitimately was astonished at how much was in this game that I had just never seen after I played it casually for years. Just completely oblivious to the characters, the lore, and the universe right under my nose. All these wonder weapons and new environments you can get to. The maze in Buried, the crazy place in Origins, the bridge on Mob. But now I knew a whole new way to play these games. And right around this time, Black Ops 3 had just released. I mean, man, if you're looking for cool art direction and cool shit in your zombies game, look no further than Black Ops 3. My fucking god. These developers were smoking straight up Adderall, mushroom dust, and monster energy, cause holy shit, just look at all these fucking maps, man. They locked in. I mean, banger after banger after banger. God damn it, man, what happened? Zombies has always had cool shit in it from day one, and even to now, I think. The buried cowboy town and, well, buried. The space station on Moon, the Alcatraz prison turned into a hellish repeating nightmare, but my brother, when that fucking Shadows of Evil music starts playing, nothing compares to Black Ops 3 Zombie. I'm sure there are OG purists out there but every single map hit. Starting out with the dark, rainy streets of Morgue City, filled with cult rituals, each connected to our new complex cast of sinners. Jack Vincent, a very corrupt mob-influenced cop.
Trust me. Have I ever...
Lloyd Campbell, a boxer, not ready for a fight, ends up taking it because he can just wear brass knuckles. Jessica Rose, a dancer at a nightclub that murders her client. And Nero Blackstone, Morgue City's proclaimed worst magician, who accidentally kills his wife with a hefty life insurance policy. This being a completely new cast of characters, again, was so bold, and fuck did it pay off. I genuinely don't think there's a single other map like Shadows of Evil. There's just something about it, man. So many different enemies they introduced on this map. Mama Marguas, the flying bugs and meatballs. Probably one of my favorite setups ever to get Pack-a-Punch. Just going to each side of the characters we play as, doing a ritual, picking up the giant gummy worm. It's so simple, but it really never gets old to me, I don't know why. We got one of my personal favorite wonder weapons of all time, the Apothecon Servant, which is basically just a fucking black hole gun. The Cthulhu box, the bright city lights, it's all so fucking cool, man. Skybox after you unlock Pack-a-Punch is so sick. The way everything connects so perfectly, the flow of this map is masterful. And there's the tramway system, which can really save your ass in some situations. The beast mode where you turn into a little Cthulhu guy to access a bunch of the map. The introduction of one of the goats, Widow's Wine, and overall just a gorgeous zombies map. Gotta be one of my all-timers, personally. This map fucks. They cooked. It really holds such a special place in my heart, and it only gets better with time for me. Just a generational map that set the tone for the entirety of Black Ops 3, leading into the next map.
I remember Samantha. She is no longer here.
Der Eisendrache. Big shoes to fill as the first DLC map back when maps cost money. And the return of the fucking boys. The OG crew is back and better than ever. A new version of our characters in a different universe. Such sick redesigns for the main four boys. Der Eisendrache, or the Iron Dragon, is slightly based on the real-life castle Honorphan. And God, they cooked hard, man. I feel like snow maps just have a different type of vibe. They always hit. The sounds of harsh, cold wind, the beautiful skyline of the village below the castle, the giant Origins bot, which we rode in, I think. The tight hallways filled with nightmarish bullshit and lore. Going to each dragon statue and feeding it zombies, just like Mob of the Dead. Getting the insane elemental bows, Wolfbow Gang, with some crazy ass steps for the Easter egg, and I believe one of the first actual boss fight endings. Not with the health bar or anything yet, but this one felt different than Origins or anything else we had previously seen, in my opinion. Ending and blowing up the fucking moon. We'll get into that later. Overall, the map itself is pretty self-explanatory, but the shit in it, the atmosphere of it, just makes it an all-timer for me, leading into our next map with an insane atmosphere. Zombies and Spaceland. Going into a personal favorite of mine, and in terms of atmosphere, could genuinely be a top 3. Bro, no matter what, this map makes me feel like it's 2016 on a cold fall night. I'm all cozy in my gaming chair. I'm launching the game up for the first time. I don't really know why it's such a strong nostalgic feeling. It doesn't even feel that long ago, but it's almost been a decade now. They definitely have rose-tinted glasses for this map, but my god, man, they fucking nailed it. They went all out. Custom HUD. Each character has its own knifing animation. Every perk was completely redone as candy, which fit the map. There's an entire arcade with games you can actually play, and if you have Quick Revive, you play the games to revive. Each section of the map just feels so meticulous and detailed, like they really just built a fucking theme park and put zombies in it. It has DJ Hasselhoff, which is blast 80s bangers from the actual speakers in game, so it just like echoes off the walls. The new large enemy being the giant laser beam alien dude, and there's a fucking roller coaster you can ride. It's pretty depressing that Infinity Ward are capable of making things that feel and look like zombies and are different in their own way, but instead for years we got this slop. But genuinely, I'm say it, I think Infinite Warfare has some of the most creative maps ever created. I mean, fucking Rave in the Redwoods was so good too, and the New York map, like, god man, they cooked so hard. And people still complained so much. I remember after the first Zombies map, the marketing was basically non-existent for like the entirety of the game's life cycle. This was back when DLC was paid too, so the marketing was really important. And I'm telling you, the biggest marketing from a casual zombies player and a hardcore multiplayer dude was fucking zombies YouTubers. And that is not good, because they can't really make content on the map until it's out. But regardless, I think this map just gets better with age, when the studios could actually have fun and be creative. Now, atmosphere aside, what about the main quests? What about the lore? And to that, I say, Easter eggs are the main reason hardcore players stick around, and like I said in the intro, the original Easter egg quests were so hidden I genuinely didn't know they existed for years. I thought it was just survive until you die. The steps for most of these quests are so ridiculous and weird that I still don't know how the first people to find them actually found them without cheating. Like, let's just use Origins as an example. Here's the Easter egg steps. Turn on the power, get staffs, which includes multiple things like knowing to dig only when it snows. Upgrade the staffs by doing a bunch of secret codes. Put the staffs in the giant robots, and while one player pushes a red button, another throws an airstrike nade, which you got from getting a rock, cleaning it, and taking it across the map, making sure you don't step in any mud. Yeah, that makes sense. Then putting a drone made out of a main character's brain into the hole. And then bam, you can get to the boss fight in the crazy place. Like, bro, what the fuck? And to a zombies player, you're probably like, yeah, what's the big deal? If there's anybody that isn't familiar with zombies watching this, they probably just had a stroke. None of that made any sense. And I swear, man, that's one of the straightforward ones. It's so insane, and I think that's why most people love them. That's why I love them. I could go on for days on the Easter egg steps. Some of them are so ridiculous, and the way that most of these insane quests link together is so cool. Like the cycle you end on Black Ops 2 Mob with these completely unrelated characters is basically the reason for a lot of Black Ops 4, like 6 years later, and the reason our characters were able to end their cycle. And then there's the characters band, just gaming legends forever. Rick Toffin, played by Nolan North, one of the GOATs. Dempsey, played by Steve Blum, who I don't know about you guys, but is my literal fucking childhood. Nikolai, played by Fred
Sorry.
and Takio, played by the great Tom Kane. Complete strangers fighting different wars find each other together fighting the undead, slowly learning about each other, trusting each other. And then there's the transit crew, which basically just gets used the entire time by Rick Toffin. It's actually quite sad. I mean, we blow up the Earth in Black Ops 1, and obviously that fucks over these guys. And if that wasn't enough, then we basically just string them on for 2 full Black Ops games, and then we banish them into the fucking dark place. There's just so many cool little things though, man. The way that Buried is basically just a fucking amalgamation of different time periods warped into 2025 because some old bastard named Jeb Brown put his dead mother in a pack-a-punch machine. And the big retard guy that helps you, he's from 1318 and was a servant of the Wolf King, who, by the way, is from the fucking castle in the Reisendrak, and he's the guy who buried the Wolfbow parts. Again, must I say it? Wolfbow gang. And only one more little thing, because I'll be honest, I'm not the most knowledgeable about the lore, so I don't want to fuck anything up if I haven't already. But the fact that the reason Danny Trejo and the blue guy from Guardians of the Galaxy were in the first Zombies map I ever played was because Rick Toffin recruited them to retrieve a part. I had no idea. This story is so deep, and I mean 6 to 12 hours deep, man. It's a lot. There's some genuinely great writing and fantastic characters hidden in this unassuming game mode. There's some heartbreaking moments and some moments that'll make you want to fucking jump up and down. There's confusing moments, and there's moments where this franchise has just dropped the ball completely and left you wondering why you even still play it. But man, I love these games. I love these characters. The more I learn about the lore and the story, the more I appreciate everything that seems so random and out of place as a kid. And it really just seems like they're just getting started sometimes. So how could this absolutely phenomenal game and story and universe ever fall off? I mean, there's endless possibilities here. It feels like these guys just can't miss. I mean, what can't? Wait, what's that? Oh no. Oh no. Come on, just make more maps. What is this? What is that? No, just make it round based. What are those? Warzone, is that you? No, go back. What the How did we get here, man? I'd say for me, personally, the decline started around the mid-Infinite Warfare life cycle, because I feel like they promoted those last 2 maps of IW less than they promote how many hackers they have in the game. I mean, I genuinely didn't even know 2 of those maps existed, dude. I'm not even kidding. But even more so than Infinite Warfare, it was Black Ops 4. For some reason, it just never caught my eye, or any of my friends. I never saw content for it, I never saw trailers, or anything, besides like the final map, which looked cool, and I knew it was like the end of Zombies, quote unquote, but at that point, none of my friends were playing, I didn't want to do anything solo, so I just watched streamers. Fortnite was absolutely popping off still, and it was just rough for COD, man. Black Ops 4 is genuinely pretty good too. I fucking hate the HUD on that game. The feel of it isn't the greatest compared to Black Ops 3, but I mean, what is? But the creativity in that game is fucking off the charts too. I know I haven't mentioned it much, but that's really only because it's the zombies I've played the least. I mean, I don't have a single fond memory of the zombies, which is a shame. I was just full on montage sniping at this point, man, so I just didn't play it. But it's really cool. 9 slaps. But they just did not promote the maps at all. It also was still paid DLC, so, you know. I think the entire gaming industry was trying to adjust to just how massive Fortnite was. They tried Blackout, but that didn't really work out too well, and after that, I think they just put all their money and resources into Warzone. And they also switched from paid DLC to free DLC, which I feel like doesn't get enough attention. That completely changed the budget of the entire game, you'd have to imagine. That was kind of the end of OG Zombies in my opinion. Everything since that has just been Warzone-ified and slop, because they're just trying to get in the free-to-play audience. There's some decent maps and decent stuff, don't get me wrong, but man, the fuck is this, dude? I think if you enjoyed MWZ, you need to be taking out Mac, brother. It is the most soulless dog water I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's like you can tell they were just forced to make it. Outbreak was a cool idea and concept, but it just didn't feel like zombies. The Cold War maps were close somewhat, but again, it just felt so completely different to what made zombies good in my opinion. All the new systems were enough to keep people distracted for a bit, but after a while the cracks started showing. Black Ops 6 got the closest I think we've had to actual zombies maps, with Liberty Falls, Terminus, and Citadel. I actually think those maps are fantastic. You turn the HUD off on those motherfuckers, they look awesome. There was a lot of factors that ruined what we loved about zombies. A mix between corporate greed and unforeseen circumstances ruined this franchise for years, man. But I think that could genuinely be coming to an end. I really do have faith that zombies could be as good as it used to be. I think the pandemic and Warzone and Activision's leadership has really fucked Treyarch and zombies over for the past few. I know people like to meme and shit on COD now, but if you've been paying attention, it does really feel different this year. The communication has been unlike any other year that I can remember. We are getting new custom HUDs for the maps apparently, so hopefully they get better than the fucking base purple that they slapped on there. Unfortunately, the Warzone elements are staying, but they did add more customization elements, which I do think will help. And Warzone is going to die this year, so I think we're back on track. I really do. I get people being upset at the nostalgia bait of bringing the old crew back, but it was kind of inevitable, and they've been building up to it the entire time to BO6. Basically, once they brought back Richtofen, I immediately knew they were going to do this. I don't understand how people thought they wouldn't bring back the others in some way. I'm personally super excited for the old crew to be back. They look fucking awesome. If it's bad, then I'll call it out, but I'm going to put a little bit of faith in them, alright? All the maps that got leaked for Black Ops 7 look super cool, and we know the first DLC map is space themed, or it might be the New York City map. We still don't know yet. They're kind of bait and switching right now. Either way, I'm excited. I'm hopeful. The fake transit launch map, honestly, in my opinion, seems like the shittiest one. I think it might still have cool stuff on it as well, and maybe the story will get set up good, but I just don't like the Warzone truck, man. Why didn't they just have a bus? It doesn't really make sense. But the Needler Wonder Weapon looks pretty cool, and the map overall is just big as shit. It's probably the biggest zombies map we've ever had. Little update. The game is out now, and it seems like people are really enjoying it. The map seems really detailed, and the Easter egg hunt actually took a few hours to solve. The boss looks fucking insane, although I think they literally just nerfed it, which kinda sucks. The ending cutscene wasn't the greatest, but considering the next map is already around the corner, I think we'll probably survive. Overall, man, I'm just stoked. It seems like they are listening to us as much as they can without completely getting washed by Activision, and it seems like most of the community is happy. Obviously, there are some Debbie Downers, but overall it seems positive. I personally really enjoyed it. I haven't played it too much, but I've gotten like halfway through the Easter egg, but I really like the setup, and most surprisingly to me, I actually really like the layout and Tessie. I'm glad it's not going to be in every map, thank God, but it's actually pretty unique. And the ways the truck is incorporated into the Easter egg is actually super fun. I really enjoy driving from spot to spot, which I wasn't expecting. I thought I was gonna absolutely hate it. Also, curse mode is incredible. Some of these steps are ridiculous in the best way. I think we're on the right track. I just hope they can carry the momentum into the rest of the DLC maps. Right, back into it. I think having the maps be based on the 4 characters like Black Ops 3 slaps. And again, I don't care if it's nostalgia bait, dude. I just want some cool fucking environments. I want a cool theme to go along with it, and a good wonder weapon to use to murder zombies. Some fire voice lines to laugh at, and just to have fun again with the boys, man. I hope the story and Easter eggs are good, but honestly, that's how low the bar is with me right now. It feels like this is a make or break for zombies here. Warzone is dying very fast, so who knows, maybe we get back to complete form sooner rather than later, like multiplayer seems to be getting to. The more they listen and the more they announce, the more hopeful I get. It is kind of sad that if they just removed the Warzone mechanics from zombies, basically everyone would be happy and they just won't do it. It's confusing to me because they've listened to a lot of things, but they won't do that. But I'm hopeful. I think this is either going to be a great year for zombies or the last time we see it for 3 years, which honestly, we might just need a reset. I don't need to see Infinity Ward try to do zombies again. I don't need Treyarch to do zombies for another studio. It doesn't work. Work on it for a really long time. Make a good game if this one is not good. I think the launch map is going to be a tad bit underwhelming. Who knows, it might surprise me, but that's just my guess. But then we get 4 absolute slapperooskies, and they set themselves up for a slam dunk in 3 years. But that's if they don't suck, and we all know how that's been lately. Anyway, I think our future could be bright, and I think we're finally out of the facility dark age, if anything. And that's that. I just love Call of Duty Zombies, man. I kind of think this was just an excuse for me to go back and experience all this again, and I loved it. It was just so fun going through these like time capsules of my life. Every game I could feel how I felt when I first played them. 2015, opening up my brand new Black Ops 3 PS4 my grandma got me on my birthday. Bless you, Grandma, I love you. Because my dad sold my PS4 for fucking drug. I love you too, Dad. And I went straight to zombies. First thing I did on that fucking thing. Being 15 and staying up with my best friend Louie until 5 a.m. while he taught me the entirety of Mob, straight from his fucking brain. Being 13 and having Andrew literally break his 70-inch flat screen because of Origins. I love these games. I love these maps. I love this music and these characters. I love the comedy and the fucking wackiness of the maps. I love when games used to experiment, which feels so long ago yet so close at the same time. I love the people that made it, and I love all the YouTubers I grew up watching. This video wasn't ever going to be informative. It was truly just a love letter to the franchise, and a little hope for the future at the end, because it's been rough to be a Zombies fan for a while, man. I just hope we can get back to some resemblance of what we fell in love with. If you made it this far, I love you to death. This video should have been done a while ago, but certain things happened. And it's been hard to get back into the groove of anything. I'll be honest, I'm pretty demotivated with this whole thing. Life sets in. This all seems pretty unrealistic, but I really want to be consistent with videos. It's been a real problem for me, as you can tell by looking at my channel. I got 2 videos that I'm writing right now and working on, so look out for that. And I still stream, not as much as I used to, but if you want to pop in for a bit and watch me play whatever I'm playing, then feel free to. I love chatting with you guys. It's probably my favorite part of this whole thing. It makes my day more than you know. I also have a second channel that I upload smaller cut videos of my stream sometimes, so you can also just watch those if you ever miss a stream. Anyway, if you're still watching, you keep me going, dude. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, boys. Love y'all.
You can't choose your roots, but you can roll to a new rhythm.